it's hard to follow the passion of the 5 ladies that have preceded me, but I'll give it a shot. And I hope you don't mind hearing from me yet again, but in fact, this is a great opportunity for me to share with you the reward I feel volunteering at Daily Bread. My first experience was when I signed up at Impact Week in 2022. There was a group of us, including Bill and Becky Simonis and Marsha and I, among others. And my first assignment was working the window, distributing meals and available groceries. 3 hours passed in no time. The guests were delightful and so grateful. I truly felt Daily Bread was making a difference. How could you not be called to return? So Bill, Becky, Marsha, and I continue the first Thursday of every month. Marsha, I think, is there weekly. Rick is there often when he's not making our grounds beautiful. I'm usually substituting 2 or 3 additional times a month. Many others from First Pres are also there. Marilyn, Yondo, Kathy Oakes, Alex, Diane, many others. Work can include preparing meals, serving in the line, or distributing at the window. Saturday, I had the fortune of working the window. Yondo was working on the line. We passed out almost 800 meals yesterday. Your team includes folks from across the area, young and old, working and retired. Everyone is supportive and feels the mission to serve. I was familiar with Daily Bread and knew it had been around since 1982, and it was originally a mission of this church. Over the years, the agency moved from Nichols Tavern to Park Street Salvation Army building, and finally to the former Knights of Columbus building on Clay Street in 1989. And along the way, it became an independent 501c3. For many years, Daily Bread served seated meals, but with the rising needs during the pandemic, renovations and expansions were completed in 2021, and meals were prepared and distributed at the walk-up window in addition to outlying locations. You may ask who is eligible. From Daily Bread's website, I share, no matter who you are or why you've come, you are invited. Since we began in 1982, the Lynchburg Daily Bread has lived out our calling to feed people and to do so with respect and without condition. We are about nutritious, delicious meals, not eligibility. We serve people from all walks of life. Our guests include workers who are recently unemployed or those with temporary or part-time jobs who can't seem to make ends meet. We serve the elderly and the disabled on fixed incomes. Families with small children, babies, single parents, and persons with mental health challenges. Approximately 40% of our guests are over the age of 50. We are seeing an increase in the number of families coming to Daily Bread. And we are thankful to be part of making sure no child goes hungry. We serve, no questions asked. And so you may ask how many are served. In 2019, about 79,000. In 2023, almost 250,000. And this is considering no change in our population of about 79,000 in the city and the 260,000 in our metropolitan area. Doesn't this drive you to ask why? With our comfort level, is there's such a food insecurity, despite the Blue Ridge Food Bank, the Rivermont Area Emergency Food Pantry, Meals on Wheels, Food for Thought, and Food for Families. What is the impact on our community? Answer is not clear. As a health provider, I've tried to find some statistics. The Robert Wood Johnson Foundation supports research by the University of Wisconsin Population Health Institute, which produces a website, County Health Rankings and Roadmaps, which tries to objectively evaluate the health of a region and offer strategies to improve health outcomes. Be mindful that a health outcome in this case is death, okay? And your health behaviors, among other things, are what you're trying to adjust. And if they refer to a statistic where Lynchburg ranks in the 25th to 50th quartile, so that means that 50% of communities in Virginia score better than we do, and you're looking at lives lost prematurely, and it's a cumulative. So if you have, and 75 is the cutoff, if you have a child that dies from a stray bullet, or a young victim of domestic violence, they're going to add more to your cumulative years in this statistic than a 70-year-old who succumbs to a heart attack, for example, okay? Well, in Lynchburg, our risk of premature death is 40% higher than it is for Virginia, the average. If you're Black in Lynchburg, it's 98% more. 12% of our residents face food insecurity, meaning, and this is a measure of the availability of a constant food supply over the last year and having the ability to provide balanced meals, including fruits and vegetables. 22% of children in Lynchburg live below poverty income levels of $20,000 for a family of 2, $30,000 for a family of 4. 36% of children live in single-parent households. Across the scope of health behaviors, clinical care, social and economic factors, and physical environment, the research outlines 167 scientifically supported, evidence-informed strategies where everyone thrives. These include healthy school initiatives, school fruit and vegetable gardens, fruit and vegetable incentive programs, school breakfast programs, in addition to functional family therapy, adult vocational training, experienced child care programs, school-based health centers, and so on. Clearly based at the younger population. Spending hundreds of millions of dollars duplicating health services, building more buildings, adding more Da Vinci robots and MRI machines, and so on, are not evidence-informed strategies to improve health outcomes. So, I ask you to join the call to volunteer to Daily Bread or one of our other partner agencies to reach out to those children of God, our brothers and our sisters, without our comfort level, supporting our community where everyone thrives. Thanks.